Okay, my next video is probably going to be like Blacksmithing 101 or how to make a knife or something like that. So I had to move my blacksmithing area to back here. So just getting set up again. But I'm going to show you just a simple way to start a blacksmithing area. This really cost me really no money at all, or a couple bucks maybe. I don't have an anvil yet. I had one in the past, but um, I don't have it anymore. Long story. But anyway, this is my tools. All you really need is just some gloves. I'm kind of a wimp. I like to have ear protection. If you don't have an anvil, things are very loud on some of the metal over here, so it's good to have ear protection. And you can see some tools. I basically only use this, as a grabbing it. Just like I said, it's a cheap way of doing it. And have a couple hammers. 2 pounds maybe. I don't know what it is. Have this if I ever have to drive into the metal a little bit to extend it or punch a hole or whatever. But that's that. Where I keep my tools. And then here, I've showed this before. It's just my grill. So, somebody said to put bricks in there so it doesn't damage the grill, but I've been doing it for years. It hasn't bothered me one bit. But why not? Bricks were only a couple bucks, so I put it in there just to make sure my grill gets protected. And you can see what I did here is I have a hair dryer there, I have some gutter there, and then I'll just show you the back side. You can see it just goes into that. I have this piece down here. You can kind of open it up and let the ash fall, but I've never really done that because all the ash gets blown upwards. So it just goes through that grease hole that I punched out there. And over here, I just put a round piece there to lock it in, and it just goes here. I just put some netting over, the hole there, and for some reason I put this little grate there. I don't know why, but I like to do it that way. And like I said, I got the bricks there, so that's that. And then, like I said, I don't have an anvil, this is like a jewelry anvil or something. This is not a real anvil. This is a piece of junk, but it's good to have one of these things. You can find that on Craigslist for a couple bucks if you don't have one, or you can get it from Harbor Freight or anywhere for pretty cheap. I believe this one's a Craftsman or something, but I hammer on that a lot, and I'll show you why. And then I picked this up, I think in an old barn or a junkyard, I can't remember where. And this is a huge hunk of metal right here. This is heavy as can be, and I just put it on top of some logs, and I have the logs nailed together, sunken down to the ground a little bit, and I have them at different levels. And I'd use something like this for bigger knives, swords, whatever. And I'll just you can kind of judge for yourself. It's kind of loud. No, this one's the best one. That's how an anvil should sound. This one's ridiculous. That's way. They say you can take a chain and wrap it around to make it, so it doesn't sound like that. But I don't know. I'd never hammer on that. It's too loud. And I really never hammer on this one either. That's really loud. I mean, that's deafening. So, and there's nothing you can do with that one. Maybe you can do a chain on that one to wrap it around, but I'm not quite sure. Someone told me that once. But yeah, so this is what I hammer on for the most part, just a small little area. And that's what it should sound like. So again, if you can't find an anvil, I've been looking. Every time I see one on Craigslist or whatever, it's gone within, seconds. I'm looking for one for under 200 bucks, which, it's hard to find. So, but anyways, this is just my cheesy little setup. It does the trick. As long as I just hammer on that one, it's not so bad, but I don't know how long that one's going to last for. You really should get an anvil, but if you're just getting started and you only do a couple knives a year, you can just set up like this. Costs really nothing. Hair dryer, what was that, $7? The total of everything here, I don't even know. I picked this stuff up, here and there, so it's real easy to get started blacksmithing. But check out my next video. I'm going to call it Blacksmithing maybe 101, or how to blacksmith a knife, or I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call it. But I'm going to go, complete. I'm just going to show you everything that you need in order to blacksmith. So check it out. Okay, I forgot to show you a couple things. Right here is way of making charcoal. So make sure you check out my video on how to make charcoal, because you're going to need that. I also have here this bin. This is for quenching, to make, I put oil in there. It's for quenching the blade after you're done, or whatever you're making, to make it hard. So you should have a bucket of some kind with oil in it. Also, I forgot to mention, you know, I have these tools here. This is a grinder and a sander. I'll just turn it around. You can see what it looks like there. But if you don't have a grinder or a sander, you know, this is a grinder, just a file, and this is a sander. So you can use those. So this is basically what you need to blacksmith. And they say when you first start, you should be doing everything by hand for your first knife at least. So it teaches you the old ways of doing things. So when you're picking out a file, you want to make sure, you know, you don't have any, you know, like a smoother one like this, you know, not something like, you know, if you can see in there, you know, that'll really rip it apart. But yeah, but this is basically all you need to start blacksmithing. Check out my videos, like I said, how to make charcoal, and also check out my next video, which is going to be how to forge a knife or something like that, Blacksmithing 101. So check that out. Bye.